Levi here. It's been a while since I posted anything. Enjoying the spring weather for the most part. Hopefully you're enjoying your spring months wherever you live at this point. Again, it's been a while since I posted anything, so trying to get back to it. I guess the biggest thing being in springtime, I've been pretty busy. The reason I haven't posted anything. I've been staying with a friend, or I guess a friend that's become more than a friend in recent time, and really working on myself just with staying busy. This person lives in Missoula, a little bit bigger of a town than the town of 500 people I'm staying with. So with that, just a little bit more to do. I've been doing some yoga, working out at a bigger gym, and just those memberships just ended, so now using a climbing gym. So really working on the stress and anxiety by trying to stay busy as opposed to kind of cooped up in a small apartment with the snow and not a whole lot to do in a small town. So with that, things have improved mentally for the most part. The epilepsy has not, as much as we're continually working on things. Living in Missoula now, or I guess staying here for a little bit. I live just a couple of miles from my doctor's office. Seeing him once a month and trying new things. I do have a doctor's appointment coming up in about 2 weeks, and kind of looking forward to how we look to improve it at this point in time. I did send him a message. I was hoping to get an answer, a response before the doctor's appointment, just to, move things along a little bit faster. We did try a new medication, still on 4 at this point in time, but started a new one, and things really haven't improved on the epilepsy side in terms of the response of the medications and whatnot. My control of my anxiety and stress helps, but on a bad day, mentally, all of it kind of comes back, unfortunately. So again, hopefully we figure out whether to drop this medication and try something else, or I guess add more to it. Yeah. Now, to add to this, staying with a friend, it's kind of mixed opinions, mixed feelings at this point in time. I do have my daughter coming up to Montana for the summer, so I'm probably going back to the small town here when she gets back, and getting to spend what would be about 2.5 months with her. I'm really excited. The divorce I went through, which is just about exactly a year ago, separates us a couple states apart. So, I'm excited to have my daughter up here enjoying the Montana weather, but, there's a lot of stress and anxiety building up to that moment, unfortunately, when she goes back, because I'm not quite sure how that's going to work out, dealing with the epilepsy, if it's going to prove enough for potentially me moving back to Arizona, or potentially making a stronger decision on, staying here, whether the health gets better or not. There's a lot of thought going into these decisions in the next coming months, and then following years for the most part. With that being added, there's also a support group here that I've yet to try. It's only once a month. Being Missoula, Montana, one of the bigger cities in Montana, they do have a support group, but all of these towns, the larger ones, only have them about once a month. Great Falls, unfortunately, doesn't have them at all. So I'm definitely trying to take advantage of the support group that is here, and seeing, what exactly that brings to the table. Not so much if it can help me, but if there's any knowledge and support I can give to other people, I'm definitely trying, the whole reason behind these videos and whatnot. So, the basics of this, enjoying my time away from my daughter, but excited that she's gonna be here. Working on myself and support group today, doctor's appointment in about a week or so. I'm gonna add a little bit more to this video after the support group, kind of give you some knowledge, kind of give you my experience with it. And, no matter what the effects are, I'd probably push anyone to try a support group and see if it benefits your situation. So with that being said, I'll post a little bit more after the support group. Thanks for listening as of right now. Hey, so on my way to the support group at this point in time, I do want to say using the bus system, Missoula has it for free, which works fantastically for a guy like me. Tight budget and need to get around. So, yeah, it does take a little bit longer getting around, but Missoula isn't that big. So, I hop on the bus back and forth, only making a couple of transfers, but for the most part, you can't complain with free. So I should be at the support group in about 20 minutes, and again, thank you for the bus system. Hey, now at the bus stop again. Just got done with my first epilepsy support group. Like I said, outside, so a little bit of traffic, but support group had 7 people, including myself. Everyone was a little bit older. Probably the youngest person other than myself was 45. There might have been someone who's just under that, but I was the youngest person by 10, 15 years. Being a smaller group, everyone was able to get their word in for the most part. I feel like I might have been a little more of the center of attention just because it's the first time I'd been in that group, and it looked like everyone else, goes there on a regular basis. As well as just, seeing someone younger and a new story to listen to. I think everyone kind of enjoyed that. As well for me, I got to listen into other people's experiences and their situations. Similar experiences to what I deal with and how they took them on. Being my first one, I feel like I has just dipped my toes into it for the most part. I'm looking into ways to hopefully be a part of that support group, living in a different town, hopefully streaming it. Now I did have to show that to the leader on how to stream things through the phone. Just because no one there knew how to do it, but hopefully I can still kind of listen in. I really just don't want to be the center of attention. But again, stream the next support group. Hopefully I can give more addition as opposed to just my backstory with it. I would say I would do it again. I think it's going to be different for each person, how they present themselves and what they can take from it. So if you're looking at doing any type of support group, joining one, or even starting one, I would say at least give it a chance. I mean, there's nothing wrong with trying it. I think one of the bigger things with any disability, not just specifically epilepsy alone, it's hard to accept it. So step 1, accept it, and then find ways to help yourself. And a support group is, a great start with that. So yeah, I guess that's my first experience with a support group for the most part. Very opening. Everyone wanted to listen, and everyone wanted to support exactly what it's for. So if you're looking to do a support group, I would say go for it. Thank you again for listening in. I'll talk to you soon.